Yo, what's up, good people? Y'all know what time it is, baby. It's AA Sports, straight sports, no chaser. We got the super team of sports talk here with y'all. One half of it, your boy Diego Barishnikov, the Black Dominican Russian here checking in with my main man, my partner in crime. They sometimes like to call him the 6 foot and under post-up champ. Well, really nobody calls him that for me, but it still applies. Tell them who you are, homie.
My pump fakes and my post moves are still in effect. But what's good people? It's your boy Uncle Hate, the other A and AA Sports, broadcasting live with our pick show for week 6. Boy, it's been 6 weeks. It is flying.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. Before you know it, man, it's gonna be halfway point, and then teams gonna start being eliminated from the playoffs. All kind of shit.
Some of them already are.
Yeah, pretty much. pretty much are. But as always, people, we appreciate y'all tuning in to us. Again, check us out on the YouTube channel and make sure you subscribe to us there at AA Sportscast. Watch, like, hit those subscribe buttons. Make sure you give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Don't matter. Leave us some comments as well. And if you listen to us on the audio platform, either iTunes or Spreaker, continue to do so as well. And then check us out on the Twitter page. If you ever forget to catch those episodes, then they'll always be uploaded there the day after we film, record, whatever you want to call it.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we here this week. We're going to recap. Well, we already recapped in detail the games from week 5, but we're here to give week 6 picks. And let's give a rundown of the week 5 results in our head-to-head. As you can see, another week, Hate is wearing the crown. Is it starting to feel comfortable on your head?
It feels pretty good right now, but it can go another way because you're going to get aggressive at some point. You're not going to be going for these little nicks. You're going to get aggressive soon. I know it.
Hey, well, we're going to see. You know what I'm saying? I'm just
felt
biding
like this happened last year. I got up, and then you hawked me down.
Yeah, but I don't think I was down this many games. I'm down 7 games right now. Last week, you beat me by a game. You went 10-5. I went 9-6. So your overall record right now sits at 46-30-2, and I'm sitting at 39-37-2. So I finally got over 500. Knock on wood, because it could completely go the other way this week. But I'm over 500, so maybe I'm going to make up a little ground here. I've lost a game the last 2 weeks too, so we gotta make up some ground at some point. And then also later on in the show, before we finish off, people, we are going to give you our Power 5 rankings. Again, we started off doing that last week after the quarter mark of the season. So we'll continue to do that as we head on throughout the season for the rest of the way.
Can we throw a little bit of comedy in before we move forward? Just a little bit.
What you got, homie?
Dog, it's off subject, but Jimmy Butler.
Funny, right?
All them grown millionaires, and he walked in there and chumped them all off. I don't think I can recall a situation where a cat is the number 1 alpha on a team, and it's unquestioned. I think you hit me on the side the other day, like, yeah, he showed his ass, but who gonna say something to
him? Andrew Wiggins? No, he dapped him up. He dapped him up at the end of practice. Cat ain't gonna say nothing because he done smashed his girl. He calling out the GM, telling the GM, y'all fucking need me, calling out Tibbs. He calling out everybody. And he took the second and third team and
I was done.
Right?
When I saw that, when I heard he took the scrubs and beat the starters, I was done. And you calling out the coach and the GM? Man, all these problems, people, I'm going to close it out with this. All these problems can be solved with 5 years, $190 million. That's all he want. That's it.
Yeah, you're right. So we're going to see. For a funny situation, it was funny because we recorded Tuesday, and the end of Tuesday's show, even though it was mostly about football, we did mention, we mentioned some things about Jimmy, and then the very next day this happened. So wish it would have happened a day earlier. We could have went ahead and got that in, but, it is what it is. What was even funnier to me, though, before we get off of it, is how conveniently Rachel Nichols was available for an interview right after it happened.
He knew what he was going to do. But I blame Tibbs. Because Tibbs sat him down yet again Monday. Come on, Jimmy. Come back to the team. Oh, you want me to come to practice? Bet. No problem. And he showed his ass.
Yeah.
But, he probably going to be there next week.
Yeah, because in one part of the interview, I heard him say that Rachel asked him, was it fixable? And he said, yeah, it's fixable, but it probably won't be fixed. So
5 years, $190 million will fix this problem.
I don't see it happening, not with them.
Yeah, I mean, they get him that money. They still ain't no better than what? On the high side, a 4th seed, maybe?
Oh, man, that's very, very generous.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So 3 dudes on the max and you at a 4th seed, maybe? Yeah.
All right, yeah, because I mean, yeah, it's all good. We probably need to do an NBA preview show. Well, shit, season start next week.
I don't really take it seriously till like Christmas.
Okay, good. I've been trying, but I can't watch preseason basketball. I just can't.
I'm gonna watch these regular season games, but I don't take it seriously until Christmas.
Right. There you go. All right, so let's jump right on into these Week 6 picks. Of course, tonight's game. Thursday night game kicking off. We got an NFC East battle. The Philadelphia Eagles, world champions, who've come out the gate a little wishy-washy a little bit.
Absolutely.
Going into New York to take on the Giants, who of course are 1-4, 1-3 at this point, 1-4.
1-4.
Yeah. So
1-4 this year, coming off of 3-13 last year. Boy, they are starving right now in New York.
Yeah, they cut Eric Flowers this week. We know Pat Sherman was not happy with Odell Beckham's comments before last week's game. Hopefully they got that ironed out. We'll see. I'll start this one off. I'm taking the Giants at home just for the simple fact I don't like the short weeks for the road team unless you are a superior team. And right now I'm not seeing a superior team with Philly. A lot of secondary issues. No run game right now. Carson Wentz does not look like himself. So as good as the front 7 of Philly is, I can't trust them until they show me more. So I'm taking the Giants.
Give me Philly because of the front 7. Eli balled last week, and he balled against the Texans, but that's 2 out of 5 weeks. I could very well be wrong, kind of like I was wrong as hell last week about the Savages going up to Jacksonville. But give me Philly in this game.
I say it could go either way. You got a few games to play with, so I'm the one that is desperately hoping that I'm not making the wrong pick here because the Giants ain't really showed too much. Other than last week, they did show some fight. So we'll see if they can
picking them hard on TV from what I've been noticing. I mean, it seems like the type of game that they will ball in. Thursday night, they should have beat us. Carolina, on Sunday, they should have won that game. So it's possible.
Yeah. But I think people are taking them more or less because of the issues that Philly have, more so than saying that the Giants are good turning the corner.
That's true.
So
that's true.
We'll see how they go.
What's his name? Olivier Vernon is back tonight, finally.
Yeah, he
ain't played all year long, so that should help on defense.
Definitely. So we'll see how that goes. Next up, NFC South divisional matchup. We got Jameis Winston will be back starting his first game since suspension. They're coming off a bye as well. They're coming to ATL to take on the Falcons. Falcons have lost 3 in a row.
Yeah.
2 in a row.
Two.
Yeah, they're in bad shape. They need to win desperately if they have any hopes of fulfilling this promise of playing in the Super Bowl in their home stadium in February.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna take the Falcons. I think it's gonna be a shootout.
I
think it's gonna be a shootout, but I don't trust really neither one of these teams right now. I trust the Falcons a little bit more offensively, I'll say, than I do Tampa Bay right now. So
I started to hit you last night with a segment, but I got tired of some other shit. I wanted to hit you with the who need a dub bad team of the week. I think Atlanta needs that dub ASAP. Like ASAP. I'm taking Atlanta in this game. I think Tampa Bay is gonna ball, but Matt Ryan is normally money at home. So, yeah, give me Atlanta in this game.
All right. Next up, we have your Carolina Panthers. I'm going to go ahead and mark this game for you. Carolina Panthers going into Washington playing the Redskins.
I'm scared of this game, kind of.
No, Washington coming off a loss to the Breeze, to Drew Brees and the Saints. I'm just not seeing anything spectacular from the Redskins right now, and I think y'all got a solid team actually. So
We get Thomas Davis back this week too.
And you get Thomas Davis back. So I like what y'all doing right now. I think y'all on the uptick. Pulled out one last week that you should have had sewn up. Let the Giants come back, but then pulled it out of your ass at the very last second.
Yes, sir.
So I'm taking the Panthers. I just think y'all just overall a better team than the Redskins right now anyway.
Yes, sir.
All right, next up, we got the Seattle Seahawks going into the Black Hole to take on the Raiders.
Nah, B. That game's in London. Right. That's going to be on at 9 o'clock in the morning on Sunday.
Yeah. Who you got in this game? I forgot about that shit.
I just took Seattle just because I don't like nothing going on in Oakland. But them London games be really sketchy. Really sketchy.
Yeah, I should have known it was about time for them to start playing some London games, but I didn't even realize that the Seahawks and the Raiders were the first two teams to go over there and play. I already had Seattle down as a win, as beating the Raiders. They looked good last week against the Rams, which a lot of people got as a top team in the league right now. So maybe they are turning the corner, especially on offense. Doug Baldwin was back in the mix last week. That I think they're figuring out their run game between Mike Davis and Chris Carson.
Right.
So like I said, I kind of like the defense. They young. They actually make the plays. Exactly. So I'm taking Seattle as well in this game. Like you said, the Raiders right now, I don't see shit hitting on that.
Maybe they're trying to suck so their pick will be high, and they'll get that Chicago pick later on because it ain't looking good so far right now.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Next up, we got the Indianapolis Colts going into the Meadowlands to take on these New York Jets.
Yes, sir.
What you got in this game?
I went here and took the Jets because they said T.Y. and Jack Doyle are not playing again. So them injuries kind of turned me the other way because I was going to take Andrew Luck in this game, but more injuries and you're traveling to New York on a Sunday. Nah, give me the Jets.
Yeah, I didn't even know about the about Doyle and Hilton being out again. I already had the Jets down, but that just submits it even further. And I think they'll continue to run the ball, pound the ball with Crowell, and don't try to have Darnold winning the game with his arm. Not that he at some point won't be able to do that and is capable. As right now, the rookie, you trying to get back to 500. Continue to lean on that run game until you can't lean on it no more. And the Colts are damn sure right. The Colts damn sure right for the picking. So,
yes, sir.
All right, we both got the Jets on that one. Next up, we got the Cardinals going into Minnesota to take on the Vikings. I'm taking the Vikings. I don't have anything else to say.
Minnesota.
All right. Next up, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers. This should be a good game. NFC North battle. The Steelers going into Cincinnati to take on the Bengals. Now, Steelers have had their ups and downs this year so far. Last week, they seemed to break out. Will the defense continue to play like it did last week? Because if so, they're going to need it.
I have no faith in Ben Roethlisberger on the road, nor that defense.
Not even against Marvin Lewis?
Nah, these are slugfests. Burfict back. I'm taking them because they're at home. And Ben, can you recall a quarterback in our time that is that different from road to home?
Right.
I mean, Ben is just shit at home, but on the road,
especially a quarterback to his caliber. Because if you ask most people, they're not going to put him in any less than that second tier quarterbacks, right?
He's like right there. Yeah,
10 to 15 range. So, it is crazy how he's so different from home and on the road. But I'm taking the Bengals as well. Like I said, I want that Steelers defense to show me that they're going to be able to do that consistently and do it on the road.
Right.
And also, the Bengals got Joe Mixon back last week.
Yep.
So I think that's going to be big as well. Now, if Connor can run the ball on Cincinnati like they did against the Falcons, then more power to you. But I want to see it happen first.
Speaking of Pittsburgh, shout out to that boy, $50 for show, for retweeting, putting your boys out there. We appreciate you, homie.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we both taking the Bengals in that game. All right.
Yes, sir.
Next up, I struggle.
I know we talked about this last week, but like they pulled that game out their ass last week. They beat Pittsburgh this week. We're gonna have to start taking them serious.
Yeah. I mean, I think they're already there. I had them in my Power 5 last week.
Yeah, it was in mine last week as well. But it's kind of strange because I know I have little faith in Cincinnati, but they're like proving me wrong right now. So,
right. So we'll see. It's still early.
Yeah.
they got time. All right. Next up, We got the LA Chargers going into Cleveland to take on the Browns. The Browns have won 2 games this year. They won a game last week against the Ravens that most people didn't think that they were going to win, myself included. I think they got a wave going right now. I like the defense, and if Baker can just not turn the ball over so much, I think they'll be in pretty good shape. With them being at home, West Coast team traveling east, 1 o'clock game. I just like I like the Browns in this game.
Look at you stepping out there. Give me the Chargers. I think it's going. I like Melvin Gordon. I don't think it's going to be a shootout. That defense is legit, but I still think it's like they're learning, but they're not there yet. So I think it's going to be tight though. But give me the Chargers.
Is Bosa any closer to coming back? Rather,
I know they said mid-October, so I'm thinking he'll play week 7. Yeah. They get him back. That's a different team.
Yeah, I wonder when they buy is. That's normally a good time for people to try to come back. If I can't find it on the fly, we're not gonna worry about it.
All good.
I can't find it on the fly, so we're not gonna worry about it. But okay, so we got a different game there. All right, I'm taking the Browns. You're taking the Chargers. Next up, we got the Josh Allen-led Buffalo Bills. Been a little bit surprising, honestly, for me.
They really have.
So they're going into Houston to take on Deshaun Watson and the Texans. Texans on a 2-game win streak. Probably 2 games that they probably should not have won, but they pulled it out anyway.
Absolutely.
Now, you can't continue to go into the red zone 6 times and only come out with 1 score. So I hope they learned from last week. But them boys on the defense, Clowney, J.J. Watt, having probably a defensive player of the year kind of year so far. Him and his brother TJ battling for the sack lead.
They tied for sack lead right now. Okay.
Yeah.
How do you defend that team? You got Clowney on the other side, wrecking havoc, and you got J.J. Watt on the other side. How do you defend them?
It's difficult. So I'm expecting them to cause a lot of chaos, and force Josh Allen into some of those erratic throws that he likes to make. So I'm taking Houston. What you got?
Yeah, give me Houston. Absolutely.
All right.
And it's at home, so Bill O'Brien should not find a way to fuck this up.
Hey, we're talking about Bill O'Brien. Just give him time. Give him time. All right. So next up, we got the Chicago Bears coming off a bye week, going into Miami to take on the Dolphins. I'm gonna go ahead and take the Bears. In this game, they should be fresh. Khalil Mack will probably still continue his dominance and force Ryan Tannehill into a couple turnovers, I'm thinking.
Absolutely. Not a side note, I'm taking the Bears too. We just talked about what J.J. Watt is doing right now. Khalil Mack is the clear uncut defensive player of the year lead right now, right?
I think him and Watt probably right there 1-2.
Okay. I kind of feel that way too.
Watt has the sacks. He's got the sack numbers. But Khalil Mack, if I'm not mistaken, he's got a strip sack
every game
in every game this year so far. So
yeah,
that's gonna be a battle. But I'm taking the Bears not only because of the defense, but they showed that they may have turned the corner offensively in their last game as well. So maybe Nagy has found
this further. What he did last, it ain't gonna be 6 touchdowns again. I know that. But I just want to see further progression for him as a quarterback. Because if that defense does what they're doing and he gives them, what do we say to stealing? 24 points a game? That's all they need, give or take?
Yeah.
If they can get 24 to 21 a game from him, they're good. So, yeah, give me the Bears in that game.
Now, one thing I think the Bears do need to start doing, though, and I think Nagy hit on it in one of the press conferences I saw this week, and I agree with him. That's why I'm bringing it up. They need to get Jordan Howard a little more involved. The weather about to start changing. I would start feeding him that rock a little bit more. I know you got Cohen, and he's a nice weapon. But at some point, you got to start pounding that rock. So look for Jordan Howard to probably start doing a little bit more. Absolutely. All right, next up, first of the 4 o'clock games, we got the Rams going into Denver to take on the Broncos. Do Case Keenum and company have any chance of keeping up with these boys or slowing these boys down on offense? There's your answer, people. You heard that, right? Whenever you ask somebody a question and the first thing they do is laugh at you, then you know what's up.
Hey, man, I'm all about the brothers being empowered and everything. Vance Joseph in trouble, though. then it's not even all his fault. It's really
Yeah. Yeah, because you hit me earlier in the week, and I was just like, well, it's early, blah, blah, blah. It's only his second year. And then I look on whatever site I was looking on and see that the fans are starting to call for, damn, Gary Kubiak to come back as coach. Yeah, in a little bit of trouble. But it's
Elway came out last year, was like, we started to make a change, but we stuck with him. After the first year with no quarterback, y'all were going to make a change.
Elway is all over the place.
I think we're the only people on Sports Talk who've been calling him to the carpet for this shit. I don't believe nobody else is saying it because they revere John Elway. But, man, these decisions at quarterback, man.
They have been head-scratching, to say the least. All right, so I'm pretty sure we both taking the Rams in that game, right?
Absolutely.
All right.
I was looking at their schedule just now. Outside of that Saints game, I don't see when they're going to lose another game no time soon.
Among the Rams?
I believe that Saints game is – take a look at their schedule real quick. We on schedule real good. Outside of that Saints game, I believe it's in New Orleans.
Right, yeah. So the next set of games, I'll just run them off real quick. They got 6 games before their bye. They got a late bye. So they've got the Broncos this week. They come to the 49ers next week. Those should be 2 wins. They host Green Bay in a couple of weeks. That's all going to depend on what Aaron Rodgers is looking like. Then they go to New Orleans for the Saints. That might be one right there that they could potentially lose.
Right.
And then the next 2 games are home games against Seattle, and then that game against Kansas City that I am desperately looking forward to.
Oh, God. I didn't know they played them this year. That's going to be dope. So they got 3 possible L's out of what you called out. I'd say Green Bay possibly. Is that game in Green Bay?
No, it's in L.A.
Oh, no.
So, so the Saints game, and then Seattle just played them very well this past week, but that was a home game for Seattle.
Right.
But, so we'll see. But that Kansas City game, so they got a couple. They ain't going undefeated.
They might get to 15-1, though.
Hey, I tell you what, if they can get through the back half of that schedule after the bye, Detroit, Chicago, Philly, Arizona, and finish up with San Francisco.
Oh, yeah, they got to get through this stretch. Then you're right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Don't it seem quiet, though? I mean, they're a legit 5-0, but nobody's talking like – and that's a good thing for them, I think. Nobody's really pumping them up. It seems like they're just – how could you be under the radar at 5-0? But it seems like they are. Or am I blowing this?
Well, they made a lot of off-season acquisitions. Everybody had the super team talk going around. But then I think what's been dominating the headlines so far is you have some teams that have not been playing as good as they should be. And I think that's been kind of taking over the headlines a little bit. Right. What Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs are doing has dominated a lot of the headlines as well. So that's probably why you don't hear as much of, at least nationally,
right,
any talk about them.
Dig that.
All right, next up. Goddamn Baltimore Ravens going into Tennessee, going into Nashville to take on your boy Marcus Mariota and the Titans.
That's a tough one.
I'm doing it again. I'm going with the Ravens. That's all I got.
Who did I take? Where's that game at? Give me Baltimore. No, yeah, give me Baltimore.
Okay.
I just don't trust Mariota's on my do not pick list.
Okay, I got you. Like I said, the Ravens are inconsistent, but I don't see them coming out again and scoring only 9 points. But no. Like you said, who knows?
That Tennessee defense is legit down there, though.
They did shut the I don't think they've given up 20 points the last 2 weeks, matter of fact. So
I don't think so. I mean, it's not the defense's fault. They're looking across the locker room at them other cats. They're not doing their job. So
right. All right, next up, and I hope this game is on prime time. But the Jacksonville Jaguars will go into Jerry's World to take on the Cowboys.
I'm pretty sure. Take your folks.
No, I told you, you gotta pick and choose when to take the Cowboys, and this ain't a week. A team that's got a team full of what Bomani call them, low spades.
Low spades
at receiver.
Yes.
Going up against that secondary. Nah, bro. I'm taking the Jaguars all day on that.
Yeah, savages.
All right. Next up, could this be game of the week? Possibly Sunday night game.
Yeah, it's
Kansas
game
City
of the week.
5-0 going into Foxborough to take on the Patriots. This should be. I'm thinking a shootout, or at least high 20s. You know what I'm saying?
I'm expecting Belichick to throw some stuff at him that he ain't seen.
Right.
I'm expecting that, but I don't like their personnel. And I mean, Kansas City, them dudes are running wide open, like all over the field. So I'm gonna take KC in this game.
Okay, I'm actually taking the Patriots. I like the fact that Edelman is back. I think the Patriots will game plan and scheme enough to dink and dunk their way down the field as much as possible. Hand Michelle off, going a lot of long drives to keep Kansas City off the field as much as possible. And I like what you said. I agree with as far as Belichick being able to defensively throw some things at Mahomes that maybe he hasn't seen yet. So,
and I could be dead wrong about this game, and I'm okay with it because it would be hard pressed for New England to allow Kansas City to come in their stadium and kick their ass 2 years in a row.
Yeah, and I thought about that as well, how they did them dirty last year. I think that was on the home opener. So, I'm taking the Patriots on that one. And then next up,
hype train, shawty. If they win that game in New England, that hype train.
You know what? And I saved it. I hope I can find it really quick because the Chiefs have a history of doing this.
Yeah, here we go. They do.
Okay, this goes back to 96. 96, they started off 4-0. 2003, they started off 9-0. 2010, 3-0. 2013, 9-0. 2017, 5-0. And so far this year, they're 5-0. Not a single playoff game was won in any of those seasons.
I just got to put it on the young boy, man. Alex is a game manager. It just feels like a different era right now. Now, they very well could get embarrassed this Sunday. They very well could.
Right.
I guess go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I'll say I brought that up because we know Andy Reid late in the season, sometimes he starts to, for whatever reason, starts changing everything that made the team successful up until that point.
Yeah.
So I wonder if the typical Andy Reid thing is going to come into play at some point.
Last question about this game. Will old man Diego make it through the first half? You going to sleep? You going to make it through the first half?
Oh, the Sunday night game? Yeah, I'm gonna make it through that. But as long as it's exciting and good, I should be okay. Just depending on how many drinks I have throughout the day. And I should be okay. I should be okay because the 49ers don't play Sunday. And they normally make me drink a lot. So they don't play on Sunday this week, so I think I'll be okay.
People I talked to Diego on Sundays like, dog, about 10 o'clock, it was a wrap. I ain't watched the rest of that game.
Done deal. And you know what? As a matter of fact, I take that back. I don't know because this damn London game come on at 9 o'clock in the morning. Mm-hmm. And that means I'm going to start at 9 o'clock. I'm gonna start at 9 o'clock watching football all day. So I don't know. I can't make no promises. I might have to find a nap somewhere. I don't know. We're gonna see. Hopefully, a lot of the 1 o'clock games are blowouts, and I can get a quick 30-minute power nap in somewhere.
Absolutely.
All right. So last game of the week. Speaking of my 49ers, I told y'all Tuesday they took us off prime time in a couple of weeks playing the Rams. I wish they had flex scheduling this week, but Monday night we will be going to Green Bay. Hopefully, I saw Aaron Rodgers had a setback with his knee. So I don't know what the extent of that is, but as long as he's on the field, I'm taking the Packers in this game. We got a lot of injuries right now.
Yeah, give me the Packers too, but I ain't hear about the setback. He was already 60%, 65 maybe with a setback. Is his knee hanging on?
Right. So I don't know how that's gonna go now. If Deshaun Kaiser has to come into this game and we have the league would hate that. Deshaun Kaiser, versus CJ Beathard on a Sunday night game. I wonder what those ratings would look like.
Shit, I'm more concerned about Deshaun Kaiser coming in and Jason Witten having to talk about him the whole game.
Oh, my God, he is a Monday night person, man.
Stay healthy, Aaron. We need you.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3. Looks like 4 games different this week.
I got 3. What's the 4th one?
So I got Patriots, Chiefs, Browns, Chargers,
Philly, Giants.
Okay, and Giants and Philly. Okay, so it's only 3. Okay.
Okay, cool.
All right, cool. So we'll see if I can make up some ground this week. I need to at least make up 1 game, so I need to go no less than 2-1.
It's possible.
I need to get that on the front side.
The Giants could ball tonight. What's the score?
Oh, I'm not checking it out. I'll go ahead and it just kicked off at about 8:20, I think. So
all right, let's do these Power 5s and get up out of here.
Yes, sir. Go ahead and get us started with your Power 5.
All right, my Power 5. I really struggle with 1 and 2 and 5, but I'm gonna leave the Rams at 1, the Chiefs at 2. I really wanted to move the Chiefs up to 1. I really did. I'm gonna keep the Saints at 3. I moved the Bengals up from 5 to 4. And I wanted to put my Carolina Panthers at 5, but I'm going to leave them at 6. I'm going to have New England at 5.
Okay. All right, so mine, I still have the Rams at number 1. I still have the Chiefs at number 2. I have the Saints coming up 2 spots, actually, to number 3. I got the Bengals following them in the 4th spot, and I dropped the Jags down to 5.
I struggle with that, but I don't like their losses. I know they beat New England head-to-head, but I don't care for their losses.
Who's that?
So, it talking about New England, and, it could go either way. But, yeah, that 5 spot was tricky to me.
Yeah, there's a couple teams that could have snuck in there. Like, I mean, your Panthers, for me, could have snuck in there at the 5 spot. That was about the – I consider Chicago. They didn't play last week, so I really couldn't see moving them all the way up there. But they could be in that mix after this week, depending on what kind of showing they give.
Absolutely.
All right, people. You got anything you want to leave the people with as we get out of here? To answer your question, the score is 7-3. Philly's up. Philly's up.
Good. I have nothing left outside of Philly. Go out and get LaShawn McCoy. Offer a 5 straight up. Get him. You can't afford Le'Veon, so stop that pipe dream. Bring LaShawn home. Get you a running game. Get it moving. That's all.
All right, people. Well, there it is. There you have it again. Don't forget to keep watching, liking, hitting that subscribe button, and check us out on the YouTube channel. Also on the audio platforms on iTunes and Spreaker. All platforms you can find us at AA Sportscast, Straight Sports No Chaser. And check out the Twitter and IG Facebook page as well. Shout out to Urban Arena. We're going to get up out of here and go check out the game. Y'all have a good weekend. Y'all be easy. Peace.